hi.
Hi, Ye. How you doing?
Hi, Garbage. So, record starts with Sometimes. It's sort of it felt like an overture or a separate intro. And I was curious, how did the song happen? And then how did it stay under, 3 minutes and just be an intro and not develop more into a more traditional song structure or whatever?
Well, Sometimes started as just sort of a piano and string piece, and then Shirley came up with these fantastic lines to go over it, and our natural tendency would be to just keep going and put guitars down and percussion and all sorts of stuff. And on this one, we made a conscious decision to not to do that, but just keep it simple.
Yeah, it's great. So then it became its own entity, and then you went, when putting the record together, you then went, oh, this would make a cool intro.
Yeah, when Steve brought that in, when I first heard the music that he had brought in, I think both Shirley and I simultaneously said this should be the first cut on the record. Deciding that kind of set the tone for the whole record, how we approached everything.
After we mixed that on a lot of the other songs, we started to deconstruct them and take out some of the traditional rock elements and lean a little bit more on the atmospheric element.
I also think when Steve brought in the basic idea for Sometimes, it's like Duke said, it set the template for the entire record. And I think in some ways we got into competition with Steve, which I think is really good for a band, when you're all sort of competing to stand up to that sort of level.
But when Steve first played it for us, it was at my home studio, and our jaws dropped.
Yeah.
We were kind of like, I think I held my breath for 3 minutes because it was kind of scary in its starkness, and when we mixed it, that's how we wanted to be, how we had that first impression, and it's kind of scary. Cheryl's voice is loud and completely dry. It's just, the track is so bare bones that it's quite arresting sounding.
Sometimes I feel